one final point. There's a hadith where the Prophet ﷺ is asked about this verse, and he is specifically asked about what the meaning of al-rasikhuna fil ilm is, what those who are rooted in knowledge or those who are deeply knowledgeable are. And the hadith is reported by a wide number of people, and it has slight differences, variations, but the core of it is the same. And I've always thought that the description of the Prophet ﷺ to what al-rasikhuna fil ilm has always caught my attention. So he says, من برت يمينه وصدق لسانه واستقام قلبه وعف بطنه وفرجه. So he starts listing prerequisites or conditions for those who can be rooted in knowledge. And what he starts out with is not how much they've read. That comes later. But he starts with something completely different. And so, who barrat yaminu, who never lie. And never falsely take an oath, never swear falsely, and never violate a promise. If they promise, they deliver. وَصَدَقَ لِسَانُهُ, and they never lie. وَاسْتَقَامَ قَلْبُهُ, and their hearts are pure. So they're not jealous, they're not envious, they're not petty, they're not vindictive, they're not taken, they don't, take into bouts of anger. وَعَفَّ بَطْنُهُ وَفَرْجُهُ, and they're not covetous. They don't covet food and luxury. And they're not what is the word I'm looking for? Farju means, and they're also chaste. They're sexually chaste. I forget that name. Yeah, and then he starts. Then the tradition goes on to those who study the Quran night and day and so on. But it is, notice the approach to the deeply rooted knowledge. It starts with personal traits, what we're talking about before with Surah Al-Baqarah. It starts with your ethics as a human being. And subhanAllah, at this point, life has taught me, maybe when I was much younger, I used to wonder, but aren't there people who are truly knowledgeable without, I read about Western scholars who, were horrible human beings, but were learned scholars. But that's not al-rasikhuna fil ilm. To be truly learned, it's a total ethical package. You might have a lot of knowledge about a specific issue, but you're not a truly learned human being. Same thing when someone says to me, "Oh, brother, such and such, he's very knowledgeable about religion, but you can't count on any promise he gives you." And I'm like always just. Then how are they knowledgeable about religion? Don't tell me they're very knowledgeable about religion. Oh, they're very knowledgeable about religion, but they marry and divorce women left and right. They're very knowledgeable about religion, but you can't trust them about this. That's not, this is not a mathematics or physics or, this is at core a field of ethics. To be knowledgeable about ethics, you must embody the ethics that you are knowledgeable about. It is just you can't segment it.